Always working. Shit. Roxy, you a hardworking woman. Don't you always working as well?
I'm laughing, girl. Hakeem Curry, man.
Oh shit, I'm at work now. We can't cuss. Ooh, my bad.
Yeah, you can. This is chaos.
You cuss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. You ready? Well, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
No,
get
but
it.
the title Hakeem is there's not the guy. Can a woman catch feeling? I think it's a woman catch feelings.
No, because you were saying something about a woman can fall in love, a guy can make a woman fall in love with his sex game or something like that. So that was the title. Like, can a guy make a woman fall in love with his sex game?
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it.
You're gonna change it right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta go back in there and change the title.
Okay.
Now, but we could hit it and let's get it and I'll change it. Let's get to it because you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chaos Culture Radio. I'm back with my friends, my compadres, and an old friend, a beloved old friend. You know what I mean? Someone who we care for dearly. She's been in our life for quite some time. We hold her close like a sun, moon, and star. I want to introduce her first before I even introduce myself and the guys. Roxanne Frazier, the New York Times award-winning writer.
What? See, I don't like that. I don't like how he always trying to put my government name out there like that. I don't like that.
No. Then what you want me to? Okay, Roxy.
My literary name, boo boo.
My bad. I forgot. What is it?
Foxy Red.
Foxy.
Goddess
forever. Goddess forever.
Nobody got time to call her Goddess forever, man. I'm gonna call her by her government.
Keep my government.
My bad. Goddess forever. Goddess.
Yeah, Goddess forever is in the house, and this is your man Ronnie Ron.
This is your boy New Jordan. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.
And this your boy, the quiet life, Hakeem Bello.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Hakeem. This topic here we had to talk about because last week was fire. The conversation all across the board from YouTube to Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We thank all the subscribers we have, people that subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
Downloads, everything. But today's topic, it was actually Goddess Forever topic.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't want to.
It's your topic, Ron, because you had things to say last week. It's your
topic. This is the topic, guys and ladies. This is the topic. She was referring to. Can a woman fall in love with a man's sex game?
No, can a man make a woman fall in love with his sex game?
Whatever. She made it more nicer. She cleaned it up for me.
That's what it was.
And we was going at it in the comment section, right, Jordan and Hakeem? And I was telling her, yes.
Yeah.
Man, all right, let me hear what y'all got to say.
And she didn't hear what we got to say, so she had to come back on the show. So I told her the platform is always hers. So let's come on, let's get it.
Let's get it. Who want to go first? I have a unique perspective.
I'll volunteer Hakeem to go first.
Okay, thank you. Now, we need to be very specific about who can make a woman fall in love with their sex. Broke niggas can. Men who broke niggas and thugs. Reason why they're not out here building or getting resources. They got enough time to work on their backstrokes and to beat stuff down. So if you got enough time of leisure to have sex, work on your sex game, work on your mouth game, you know what I mean? And to do all types of manner of nasty stuff, you definitely go ahead.
So you saying that women fall in love with broke men, basically?
No, meaning that women fall in love with a broke man's sex game. Check this out. most of the richest dudes, sex games are whack.
It depends.
Most of the richest guys, sex games are whack. And I'm not talking about, let's exclude rappers and entertainers because they used to be broke and they nouveau rich, but they still are broke. Because sooner or later, they'll be without their money within a couple of years after a couple kids, couple child support cases. But if we're going to talk about the regular landscape of men, like actual real regular people who we know, like I knew a guy who never worked, was light skinned. Girls used to rave about his sex game, but he never kept money on it. Rave about his sex game and his look. Boy, he sure beating backs out. Matter of fact, they was beating backs out so much, they would allow him to beat their backs out in cars and in train stations bathrooms.
I think like, I honestly think like guys already have money earned. Like he's not only always the broke man, because it's like some guys, they just have a lot of women and they just, a lot of guys that deal with a lot of women, they're experienced, I would say. They're experienced and they just know what they're doing. Like it doesn't take 10 million females to make your sex game be amazing. You just need the experience because,
God, I want to ask this question, then I'm going to let me ask you a question. Have you ever dated a guy that worked 12 hours a day?
Did I? I think 12 hours.
That worked 12 hours a day and came home to you.
What do you mean, like overtime?
No, not overtime. That was his regular shift. He worked 12 hours a day and he had to come home to you.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You see? So you can't compare, like, knowing the guy who worked 12 hours.
Hold up. I mean, you could date a guy that says he's working but really not working as well also.
That is true. That's the point right there. If he says he's working and he's able to knock dust out that cooch every night, something's up. Something is up. Because listen here, me and the gang here, we work 2-3 jobs. I can barely give you 2 minutes.
Okay, I hear you. I guess. But that don't like I want to hear from Hakeem because I had some things to say and I didn't even get to write down what I had to say. I'm not Hakeem, Ron. Was he quiet?
Here you go. I'm doing something in the backhand. Join, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about it. I'm just doing something in the backhand real quick.
Okay, I'll go first. I want to ask another selection too. I feel like a male escort and male strippers as well. That's what they do for a living too. So their sex game is good. But I kind of agree with Hakeem on this. That man that kind of works 12 hours a shift. Well, who's been working since their 20s and really their 30s, who are building their wealth and everything. They're a type of man who like really don't really please the woman, but they'll get pleased and everything because they're you go ahead.
I feel like that's kind of off topic because it's not really about who has the best sex game. The question was kind of like, can a man make you fall in love with his sex game? And I think like we went the other route with that.
Okay, so I'll stick with the topic. I think so.
But why?
Because I think so because, like I said, when a man's hitting it right and he knows what he's doing, for sure.
But you think he can make you fall in love by his sex game?
Yeah, if your man go balls deep, yeah. I think so.
I don't think so. I think like when you're younger, maybe because you know what I'm saying, your mind haven't developed, you don't know no better, so you're just experiencing life. So I think when you're younger, yes, you can probably be dickmatized or whatever you want to call it. Yes, but when you get older, you're more conscious and you're more like you know what I'm saying, you want more out of life. Sex doesn't always do it for you.
What age group you talking? So, like what age? Like give me define what age group, like between 25.
Like 20. I guess maybe I don't know, like 25 and younger or something like that.
I would say maybe
not really age, but the maturity of like your maturity, like you know what I'm saying, like your growth.
And it's also, it depends on the man's sex drive too. Some men's sex drive can go all the way to 30, 35, 40 too. So there's some men who like really keeps in shape and all that type of stuff.
It's not really like the sex game of a man doesn't matter. It's like, can you make a woman fall for you, like fall in love with you, like, you know what I'm saying, fall in love with you by just your sex game? Like, can you just come and put on a woman and feel like she's gonna fall in love, fall for you?
If you know the woman's body, and to me, if you know your woman's body, and depends on the man's sex drive too. I believe so.
I don't know what you gotta say, Hakeem.
Man,
no, but she was asking me, can a man make a woman fall in love with his sex game? And I say yes. It's already been proven time and time again. And this is how I know it's been proven already, because it's in music, it's in women's songs, it's in movies, it's in today's society. Like, for example, some women with this data
I was gonna say that's just programming. That doesn't mean that that's what's out there. That's not what it is. Like when you're younger, like I said, if you're young and you don't really know too much, of course you're gonna feel like, okay, damn, he got some good dick. I love this man, blah blah blah. Yes, but when you're older.
But the thing is, today's society, most women right now is focused more on getting a nut than actually getting into a relationship. That's why I say I know it's real, because women today is more freakier than it.
So you think older women will be like that? You think an older woman will fall in love with a man's sex game? Like, I'm not saying a cougar is the one that's horny out here. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like women who are finding themselves, women who are like, you know what I'm saying, like sex. Like some women want more than just sex. You understand? Because, like, how do I say it? Like, it's like, you know how sometimes a man say, "Oh, if all you got is pussy to offer me, then you know what I'm saying, I don't really want you," type stuff. So what make you think like a man having a good sex game is gonna be enough for a woman to fall in love with him? I mean, you can fall in love. That should be a plus.
But remember, I say most women right now focus on getting the nut than actually getting a relationship. So if a woman's focused on getting a nut, then she eventually gonna fall in love. And so let's say she meet a guy, he has a great size. Soon he's sticking in her, she starts to bust, she gonna fall in love. She's gonna be like, oh man, this is the best sex I had in a very long time. Boom.
Wait, then again, hold up. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute, because sometimes go ahead. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save this one. I was gonna say, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna say that one.
Yeah, but you giggling. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't telling the truth, you won't be giggling. But
no, I was gonna say something, but I had to stop myself. So I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
No, but like I stated, I'm gonna keep on saying points that the woman keep focusing on the nut. So if a man know what he's doing in the bedroom, and he gets a woman and he finesse her, he makes her feel good about herself, and then he's sticking in her, it's a wrap.
I think you have to wait. I think you have to build like the expectation. Like you have to build expectation, and you have to already have feelings invested for a woman to fall in love.
Now if she texts you the next day, they answer like, "Hey, I need it. I need it right now."
Correct. There you go, Tony. Yes, that's a fact.
Because before I got married, before I was in my relationship, there was some times when I busted down. They text me the next day. I'm like, I'm doing something. You know, I'm talking all that type of stuff. If you bust them down that day and they text you the next day, yeah, for sure.
And not only that, but it's also been times like a guy would hit a woman.
But isn't that just lust though?
Lusted.
That's just lust, right? Ain't that lust?
No.
That's nothing to do with love.
Something is
affection too. She's infatuated with his sex game. That's it. Nothing more.
Yeah. I would say lust if they don't text you back, text you back the next couple of days. If they text you back the next day, yeah.
I don't. Let me hear. I ain't gonna make you.
And not only that, but in today's dating game, the first thing a woman normally asks a man is like, "Hey, are you good in the bedroom?" Because that's what they look for.
I don't ask that question. Like I used to ask that question. Like I mean, I never used to ask that. I don't ask that question because I feel like I don't really have to talk about my sex game because I feel like I just like to surprise. Like I rather surprise the man. I don't want you to even know what I come with. Like I don't want you to even peep game, not even a little bit. I want you to be surprised once you get to that point, because I just like the it's intriguing. I like the spontaneity of it. And I feel like I don't like to talk about sex to, like to a guy that I'm talking to. I don't want to talk about it. I just show me, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But today don't want surprises. They want to see what you got to offer them. They be like, okay,
that's true. That's true.
Are you bringing your sex game to the table? That's what a lot of women today are looking for. They ain't looking for nothing else. Now, there's some women that also looking at the materialistic thing. Well, most of the women that want to get their back blown out.
I mean, you gotta come with something, but you know what I'm saying? But that can't be the only thing. Like, if you feel me? Like, you could come with something. Of course, that's a plus. I don't want no man that can't please me. You know what I'm saying? In the bedroom, any girl, no woman want that. But it's like, for it to be amazing, you have to have feelings invested. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta already be feeling that person. Like, the connection has to already be there.
But if you had Jordan Hakeem the first time, every time you meet a woman, the first time she do, she look down. She don't look it directly in your eye. But she look.
What?
She's telling the truth.
What? Say it again.
The first thing look at, she don't look at you in your eyes. She looking down. She looking at your John. It's a fact.
That's it.
What?
She like, look, Hakeem. She said what?
And also I'm thinking that the woman looks over her sternum from that too.
No, listen. Let me tell you something. About me. Something like, I don't look at people Johns. I look at like, I can tell by the way a guy walk if he you know what I'm saying, if he working with something. I can tell by the way. No, listen, I'm telling you, I can tell by the way a guy look. Like, I can tell by the way you walk. Like, men that have good sex game walk a certain type of way, and they have like a certain type of swagger about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, really?
Like, you see what I said in my book.
So if a man walks a certain way, you say he have a good sex game.
No, I'm saying, like, you can tell by the way a guy walks sometimes. Like, you see what I said in my book when I said the guy Jordan, he walked with a swagger that gave away his certified pussy be the image. That's what I said in my book. But I'm saying, like, because I noticed you can tell a lot by the way a guy walks sometimes. By his swagger, by his you know what I'm saying, by his energy, you could tell. And I've never been wrong. I'm just saying, I've never been wrong. So, like, that I know I've never been wrong. So,
but my question to you: have you ever fallen in love with a guy because of his sex game? Had you feeling some type of way?
Have I fell in love, you mean? Fell in love or fell in lust?
Fell in love.
I'm not going to say I fell in love. I mean, I was probably like infatuated. I'm not going to say I fell in love. But of course, like, I enjoy, of course, like, you know what I'm saying, you have your fun and you like it or whatever, yeah. But I'm not gonna say I fell in love yet.
No, but I can't intake, because I can't do right now. He doing research.
That's what I'm waiting on too, because he just looking.
No, I'm doing. You know, like, I've turned a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? I turned a new leaf, and I want to be a lot more. I want to be a lot more understanding, and I want to be able to listen to people.
Observing.
Yeah, just be observant. And not only that, though, I don't want to just run out the mouth and start saying things that might not actually be 100. You know what I mean?
Speak your mind, man. That's what we here for. We'll talk about other stuff at the closing.
I always say this. The shaboing boing is a beautiful thing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But it's a beautiful thing when it's somebody you love. But I think that I think a lot of women place a lot of value on guys who can shaboing boing good, but it be the one. Yeah. A lot of women place a lot of value on that.
For me.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And usually you and I know the broke guys and the guys who work at Walmart who doing the pallets and stuff like that. And listen, I'm not saying they're guys. I'm just saying there's different type of guys that work there. I'm talking about the real guys who are able to get lots of women, and they really get that. The hardworking men who 6-12 hours a day, they can't shaboing boing good.
Why you say that?
I'm not saying they can't shaboing boing good.
Guys, listen, it's some, but let me not say so. Let me just go ahead.
Listen. Okay, I'm speaking. Listen. Oh, I'm speaking. I'm speaking for.